Hey guys, so yesterday my region of the country was hit with a snowstorm. I'm sure a lot of you saw it, people stuck on the roads. I was at work right before it started. Luckily, I was able to get home and get on our hill before it got too bad. But I always try to prepare just for the worst case scenario. What if I hadn't been able to get away from work? What if, I'd had a breakdown or something, or just circumstances led me to have got stuck out also. So I figured I'd just step out here today and kind of show you guys what I had with me at the time. Not, what I would prefer to have, but what I had, and talk about it for just a little bit. So what I had is basically I had the coat you're looking at now, coat and jacket. I had the toboggan. I always keep some things in the truck. In the bed of the truck I've got a box that I've got. I think right now the only things that are in it, because I just put it back in the box, are a couple of basically summertime sleeping bags and my Harbor Freight wool blanket. I always try to keep the Harbor Freight wool blanket in the truck, and that's all that's back there. I do keep a spare pack with a few little things in it behind the back seat. May get that out here in a minute and let's go through it and see what's going on. I had left work with a cup of coffee, my road coffee. I always try to fill up or at least get half a cup before I go, especially with a situation where you might run into bad weather like winter. But I always carry some kind of kit with me, some pack. I usually carry way more than what I would ever need. I've got kind of a pretty good commute, 30 miles each way. So, during the summer I've got a small kit that I've carried. You guys have seen that, the little black kit, the little EDC bag. During early spring, fall, I like to move up to the SOG Ninja Day Pack. I know I've got a video on that. Of course, the items in that change, and I will change out stuff for the season. I usually don't for weather conditions other than seasonal. But I've got some different items since I was doing videos on it before, and some things that I do want to do videos on. But I pretty much had more than what I would need had I run into a situation where I'd been stuck. I could have easily gone 24 hours. When I left work, I left due to my wife having a dentist appointment. Which later, after I got this way and about home and everything, found out they canceled, which was good. So, I had my thermos cup there of coffee with me. Also at work, it's kind of following Dave Canterbury's possum mentality, that you just, kind of pick up what you think you might need along the way. I always, when I think, a possibility I may need it, I may pick up some things out of the candy dish or something like that. We have some candy set out at work that, anybody's welcome to. But when I left work, I knew I needed gas anyway, and we needed a couple things from the store. Basically just gas and bottled water for making coffee. So I ran over across the road from where I work. There's a Walmart over there with a gas station. So I went ahead and I filled up. So I had a full tank of gas. You know, that's an important thing. If you're going to be in your vehicle during the winter and there's weather moving in, try to make sure your tank is as full as possible. Even if you're on a trip and you have to stop a little more often, you know, try to keep that as full as can be, because you come to a standstill like a lot of people were on these interstates. You know, your vehicle's your lifeline. That's your shelter, your heat. You can run your vehicle and have heat as long as you've got gas. So I got the gas and I went on over to Walmart and I went in to get our water. I got 3 gallons of water. We hadn't been to the store for a little while, so I went ahead and picked up a couple of things that we snack on. We got, and this is just going to be a representation. I got basically 2 of these packs of the cheese sticks. Got the pepper jack and a sharp cheddar, and picked up some of the, if I can get it out here, picked up some of the Old Trapper beef sticks. These are good together. If you've ever been into a gas station and picked up the beef stick with cheese thing, it's pretty much the same concept. It tastes pretty much the same. You just get a lot more of it for your money. So I got myself those with the jalapeno and the pepper jack, and picked up my wife the original flavor beef sticks and the cheddar. So I had on me right there, you know, 2 bags of meat sticks, 2 bags of cheese. In my pack, I already had a little bit of deer jerky left over that I'd had. I've got 2 canteens with me right now. I had put in my USGI canteen with canteen cup, which I have a video on. I also I picked up one of the Swiss military canteens that I keep in a bottle carrier, and it's got its canteen cup with it, which is a good little size for having something to everyday carry. If you just wanted to do that bottle pouch with that canteen system, its cup, you've got another pouch on the front of it. In that, I keep an alcohol stove. This is, if you recognize this is just a little cheap one that I think I may have even ordered this off Wish. If not, it was eBay. But it works really good. My A-Locks one, the seam around it, right around this area, started leaking. I'm gonna maybe try and take some solder to it and see if I can't seal that up. I've got some solder for a guitar project I'm working on. But you know, I keep little stuff like that just with my canteens. Little packs of sugar. If you're in a restaurant and they have the little packs of sugar, grab you a few of them. I've got let's see, I've got one of these canisters here. Got this from Dave Canterbury's store. I've got this, and I've got 3 of the smaller ones. A little too small actually, but I was getting them to make salves out of it and everything. I want to get some more of these. I need to make another order from Dave. He's got a lot of good stuff. But in this, I just have I keep some coffee. So if I'm out and I'm a big time coffee drinker and I want a cup of coffee, you know, it's something good and hot, you know, warm you up. Keep a flask. I had planned on, I don't know if I did or not, filling one with an alcohol that I could use in the alcohol stove, or it could be used with, you know, if you get a vodka or a you know, like a pure grain, whatever, could be burnt as fuel for your alcohol stove. Could be used as antiseptic. Could be used to lift the spirits, you know, whatever. I do keep And with that, with both of my kids, I keep some kind of eating tool. Usually I'll get a spork of some kind. And surely I haven't lifted out this one. Oh, there we go. This is another piece I picked up from Dave Canterbury's store. This is the Pathfinder one. I'm not sure if you can see the logo there. This has the spoon on one end, fork on the other, so it's not the spork thing that all of us really probably don't care much for, but I do have the UGI ones. I've got a couple of those. I usually keep in one of my canteens. The other I'll keep this good hefty one. This thing is built to last. I mean, it's got some weight to it. It's stainless steel. It's solid. It's ready to go. But yeah, just a quick look at the Swiss military canteen. These, I'm really pleased with these. I looked at these for a while, and I tell you what, you can't beat it. These little cups are about the perfect size for, you know, actually drinking out of. Probably not for cooking much out of, but hey, if that's all you got, it would do fine for it. The canteen's good. There's a lot of times if I'm gonna drink water at work where it doesn't look like your standard military canteen that everybody knows, I'll use this, and people just think maybe it's a bicycle canteen or something like that. You really don't stand out that much, and fits right together. So that's a really good item. I'd recommend that to you guys. Like I said, you put all this in a bottle pouch, which I've just got mine mollied to the side of my Ninja Day pack, and it's great. I mean, you could just carry that and you know, put your whatever you desire in your pouch and around your canteen. There's room around your canteen for stuff in that pouch, and it would work awesome for a little survival kit. Something easier to carry. I've got in here, I'm sure I still probably have a couple pouches of tuna or chicken. I like getting those little Mylar pouches that they come in because they keep so well. They're lightweight. They don't take up a lot of space. There's times, you know, that may be all I have for lunch. I don't like eating real heavy on lunch at work. Other than that, you know, I'm sure I've probably got some other little doodads. Probably even in my pocket, I've probably got some more stuff from work. Probably got a cake or two. Yeah, I've got a cake or two. You know, that along with my other canteen that's probably half full of water also. I had plenty of water. Of course, you know, big snow on. You've got all kinds of water right there, and with a good container in the alcohol stove, you know, you can melt it down. But just having this stuff with me, I think the pack, and we probably won't get into it because I don't want to make the video too long. I've rambled enough. The pack that I've got behind the seat, I know has another fixed blade knife. It's got the Stanley cook set in it. Probably got some cordage in there. And I may do an updated video on the packs I carry, what I'm carrying in them right now. Because, you know, for a shelter item, I went with a military poncho. It doesn't take up much space. It's in its own little pouch. It's just handy to have. Cutting tool wise, I had one that I haven't done a video on yet, which is the SE3, which is pretty much my everyday carry item right now. I did have my BK2 in my pack, along with I had my my Walther 9mm. I had but I've got odds and ends and things I wouldn't even use just because I was using them for something else, and that's where they ended up, was just in my pack at the time. But guys, just having that little extra with you. If you know you're gonna run into weather, stop at a store if you can. If you can't, prepare ahead of time. Remember your 6 P's. I know we like these little things to help us remember. Your 6 P's are proper preparedness prevents piss poor performance. Okay? It does. If you prepare for the worst, then the little inconveniences and stuff aren't even gonna be a thing to you. It's good to have, some kind of blanket, or work on just having something, because I know so many people, and I've worked with so many people, and girls are the world's worst for this, is they'll come in the dead of winter to work and they won't even have a coat with them. They say, well, I start my car remotely and it gets warm, and I just walked from the car to the house, from the house to the car, and from the car to in here to work. And you're like, well, what if you broke down? Well, I don't really think about that. It's just kind of a hassle. Listen, just have something. Throw a coat into your car, your trunk, or something that you could have if you needed it. Just, keep some kind of kit. Go through it every now and then. It's always good to have some sort of food and water, some kind of drinks. You can even get like the SOS emergency rations, lifeboat food. I'd actually like to have some of them for some kids and stuff, and for vehicles. But guys, we may get into this subject some more later. Let me know what you think. Let me know of anything that you think that you would have now that you've thought about it, or things that you already carry. And I'm thinking about having a giveaway coming up. I really want to do the push for 1,000 subs. And the video that's given me like the most subscribers so far, I believe, was when I gave away the bush pot, which those are killer bush pots, and I've seen the price of them have gone up too since I got mine. In my normal winter pack, that's what I have in it, is I have my little bush pot, my camel wool bush pot. But guys, until next time, this is Coyote Ridge. We'll talk to you later. I've got too damn used to talking to myself. Oh hell, I need an oil change.